Hi, we're Austin and Tasha, and
this is our 2011 Sprinter. So I used to work for Audi, and our tire delivery service used to have Sprinters. It was just one week they all had brand new Sprinters, and so I asked the driver one day. I was like, "Hey, you guys have old vans?" And he gave me the phone number to the manager at that location and said, "You should go check it out because we're actually getting ready to send one to salvage." I went over with my lead technician, and there was a brand new van that was sitting out front, and I was like, "There's no way that's it," and it was that van. And so we started looking it over, had my technician climb under it, plug it in to the OBD2, see what codes it was throwing, and there's nothing that wasn't fixable. Altogether, we spent $2,500 for the van itself, and another $2,000 to fix the check engine light, and we had a running van. Altogether, we got really lucky because we had a lot of donation of lumber. All together, probably about $13,000. The most expensive stuff was probably the electrical equipment, all the solar, the 2,000 watt inverter.
And we could have gone like cheaper on some things, but we decided to go a little bit more because we're like, okay, we plan to like live in this, so we're willing to spend a little bit more on certain things. So. All right. So. Kitchen, of course, 3-burner stove, our drawers. So we have a bigger drawer down here. We found this beautiful live edge countertop for like 70 or 80 bucks back home from where I'm from in Maine. And then cabinets over here, and then this was just coffee bags, but we have a piece of plywood in the back to keep it sturdy. We got some storage space up here. So we have a fridge, but we also got this nifty, if I can open it, I opened it earlier, there we go, just for some extra, so the whole thing can either turn into a freezer for some extra space, or we can utilize it for fridge. And 3 drawers, fridge. We got an isotherm. This is something that we definitely spent a little bit more money on in terms of being in the van all the time, living in here. I love to cook.
We do have a filtered water system for drinking water. As you can see, the second spout right next to the sink.
I was like really big on good water and wanting a, what did we get for the filter?
It's a raindrop filter.
Water drop.
Yeah, water drop, 3-phase. It's tucked in behind the fridge, so you wouldn't be able to see it.
Yeah. And so then this part, we really wanted this extended countertop. So when we want to shower or go to the bathroom, we haven't yet hooked it up, but we'll have something to, actually, I think it just stays on its own, but we'll be hooking something. Toilet, we got the Nature's Head. This was also something that we spent a little bit more money on, but we wanted to be able to go to the bathroom whenever we needed to. So yeah, and then when we want to shower, there's plenty of space. I mean, we can take it out and just put it here if we want to, but and in terms of shower curtain, we're just going to have a pull-up shower curtain. We'll hook it up to the ceiling when we want to shower, and our shower head is going to hook up to the faucet.
Yep.
And then we'll also have a outdoor shower too, in the process of making that.
Yeah, we did 4-inch Schedule 40 PVC. Threw a little T connection in it, did a little water hose hook up on one end, a bicycle pump, one-way check valve on the other end, so you just pressurize it.
And then we got our cabinets. We were starting with, originally we just had this side, and then I was like, babe, I think I want a little bit more space, so we put them on both sides, and we decided fixed bed. So here's our pull-out countertop.
Click it again. There you go.
So we want to eat in the van.
The full roof rack setup is aluminum from Flatline Van Company. It is their standard rack. It's not their low profile rack. Their standard rack is just kind of a plug and play. You know, you just bolt it onto the OEM roof rails. It's aerodynamic from the front to the rear. All the rails on top are T-slots, and they can slide to be adjusted for where you mount your solar panels, or if you do a patio, or really anything that you want to bolt to the top of it. Super simple. So starting from the left side, this is our propane box. It's got a hole that goes straight through the bottom of the van that has a little screen that goes over to it, so nothing can crawl back up into the van, but it creates air ventilation around your propane tank. That way, if there is a leak, it's not dumping into the van, it's dumping out of the van. Then we have our 7-gallon, it's a tankless hot water heater, and a 30-gallon freshwater water tank. You know, everything that we did as far as like water system goes, I spent probably weeks just making sure that I had every piece that we needed in line, as far as filters, accumulators, the pump, making sure we selected the right pump to match all the pressures that we were really searching for, because we have an inside shower as well. So having an oversized pump was going to be a big deal for us. Going over to this side, like I was saying earlier, everything that we selected was Renogy. 2000 watt inverter charger, the 40 amp MPPT charger. We went with 40 amps because the 60 amp was going to be a little overkill for the amount of solar that we were running anyway. And technically this is still a little overkill, but it's, you know, if we added another panel, we'll be right on board with what we needed. Two 12 volt 200 amp hour AGM batteries. They weighed about 120 pounds a piece, and that was quite the blast putting it in.
And our bed frame was already up, so we're like,
yeah,
this like, all right, 1, 2, 3.
Yep, bent over trying to do it, just like really sucked, but you know, we figured it out. We also hooked up shore power, and that's on the outside of the van. That's a must-have if you're doing this kind of stuff.
I personally have always just been super drawn to wanderlust at heart. I've been always drawn to like minimalistic lifestyle and just being able to travel around, go wherever I want to go, stop and like see beautiful places. And I just never knew if it was gonna be a thing. I just kind of thought it was a dream. And then we met 10 years ago. Then we came back into each other's life 7 years ago, and he more so wanted it for like weekends. Like he was like into the van life thing, but he more so wanted it for like his paintball tournaments or to just do like weekend getaways. So we've kind of like had to meet in the middle somewhere. But
it's definitely something we're figuring out as we go.
Yeah,
you know?
Definitely.
She's in a wonderful position to where she can work from anywhere, and she's doing what she loves. So it's like win, 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 win. And for me, I just don't have that luxury just yet. We got a lot of things that are really stirring. Yep.
Yeah. I am actually an energy healer. It's called the Emotion and Body Code. So I'm an Emotion and Body Code practitioner, and I work on clearing people's trapped emotions, traumas, different things that we go through in life that are standing in our way of reaching our highest and best potential. So once I connect up to the subconscious mind, then I'm able to ask your subconscious, the computer of your body, what it is that's standing in your way from literally anything at all. It could be physical pain, it could be creating the life that you want. That is essentially how I got to where I'm at, I believe, is just clearing all the junk that, from post-trauma, from childhood, all this different stuff. But yeah, so that's what I do, and I can do it virtually because energy has no boundaries. So I'm able to heal people on the road while living my dream, which is incredible, with the man of my dreams. So
for me, I would say be comfortable with being uncomfortable and be flexible are kind of the biggest things that I've gathered just even through our little trips, our trips moving with it, because there's a lot of spaces that you're just not used to yet, and you just gotta try it, and find your way through it.
I guess for me too would be like trusting the process. Really just if this is something that you want to just keep working on yourself and clearing the limiting beliefs, clearing whatever it is you feel like is standing in the way of achieving this lifestyle, and just trusting that everything will fall into place when the timing is right. And then I think in terms of building the van, be ready for like challenges. It's super hard.
YouTube makes it look easy.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, broad answer everywhere.
Yeah. Really just having that freedom and to not have to look into hotels and really just home is where you park it.